Hello everybody and welcome to my second Microsoft Access tutorial. This tutorial is going to teach you how to set up your first tables. So you will need to be in the tables section of the objects. So if you're on queries or forms or reports, click into tables over here. The first thing you'll need to press is just new. So new. And then it will ask you how you want to design your table. So I'm going to design my table in design view, and I'm going to click OK. So this is going to ask you, I'm going to make it a bit smaller so you can see it all. So this is going to ask you for all of the fields within your table. So a field is essentially your column name. So it's a piece of data that you want to be able to store. So I'm going to just create one now very quickly. So my first field name is going to be customer ID, and my data type for this field is going to be a number, and it's going to be a long integer. And I'll come into data types in the next tutorial. For now, we just concentrate on creating the actual table. And then we'll have customer underscore. Remember to use underscores rather than spaces. Customer name. And we're going to have that as text. And then customer postcode. And I'm going to have that as text. And that's going to be my table. And now the only other thing I want in here in my table is I want to have a primary key, and they'll come quite important later on when you're looking to link tables together, but for now I'm just going to put this as a primary key. So you just right click the row where you want to put the primary key, you make that the primary key. You can only have one primary key, and it has to be something individual. So I wouldn't be able to use customer name as primary key because you sometimes might have two customers with the same name. I noticed that I've put a space instead of an underscore, so I've just changed that. So now I just need to save this. So if I just close it off, it's going to ask me if I want to save changes. I'm going to say yes. And it's going to ask me to name the table, so I'm going to put this table called customers. Click OK, and then my table has been added in to this section down here. If I double click on this, it's going to open up my table that I've created, and you'll see that I've now got a customer ID, which is a number, and then a name and a postcode. So I can put the first one in. So I'm going to put the ID is just going to be a number starting from 1,000 going up. So I'm customer number 1001. My name is Matt, and postcode is S23 9RF. And sorry if that's someone's postcode, I've just made up a random one. And if you're called Matt as well. And that's then how you key your data in. Each row within your data table is a record. Now they're not stored in the same location or in the same order as you put them in here. So every time you add a new record, it's just adding an extra record to the collection, and then you depending on how you've got it filtered is how they show, but how they're recorded isn't necessarily in this order. Which is why if you've got multiple people in the database, you can just keep adding in records by just typing in here, and it's not going to conflict with anyone because you're not going to be writing to the same location. So you literally just type it in, the other person will be in it. It's not like Excel where it would be read only, you just can both keep adding in records. So that's how you create your first table. In the next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you through the various data types and what you can do with them. So thanks for listening, and I hope to catch you in the next tutorial.